Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Union, and this is a new action comedy coming your way from Netflix and from director Julian Farino. And this film focuses on Mark Wahlberg's character Mike, who is a construction worker from Paterson, New Jersey, whose former flame, played by Halle Berry, Roxanne, shows up in his life again, and she kidnaps him and takes him away to join the Union, a group of former blue-collar workers now running a espionage organization with J.K. Simmons at the helm. And this particular film focuses on, they have this big mission and they need to bring in somebody from the outside in because people are compromised. It's the Get Smart movie all over again. And this film, I think, works the best it does when it's Mark Wahlberg playing a role that he fits into. He plays that blue-collar guy well. He has a bit of charm. You have Halle Berry, who I think is really leaning into this kind of action star element of her career, and it's been working pretty well for her. And the two of them have some solid chemistry together and some back and forth. I think the film is generally watchable. It's not a point where it's like, ugh, I can't watch this. The action is serviceable at best. It's not really something that's very inspired and has anything interesting going on with it. The story's a bit convoluted, and there's definitely some reveals that were blatantly obvious from the start. Like, there's one particular character that seems like, oh no, something has happened to them, and then you're like, it's very obvious that they're going to come back at some point and probably be in conflict, and the film's very obvious in that way and telegraphs with some really obnoxious tropes. And I feel like Wahlberg and Berry are both doing really fine jobs in the leads of this film, and you know what? I wanted them to get together. I appreciated their dynamic enough. J.K. Simmons is great as always, but literally is just spouting exposition. You have the likes of Mike Coulter and Jackie Earle Haley thrown in there. This film also is not funny a lot of the times. And you have Joe Barton and David Guggenheim, who wrote the screenplay for this. And a lot of the jokes fall flat and just come off feeling very awkward. And that's a problem when you're trying to make an action comedy. Sure, there's some gags that hit and some comments that hit, but a lot of it's like low-hanging fruit sense of humor that just doesn't click. And overall, the story just feels so generic, kind of espionage, kind of convoluted journey, that it's not something that we really connect to and really care about by the end. So really, it's the charisma of these two actors that leads the way for this, and it winds up feeling just like another throwaway, little below average action comedy on Netflix. And it feels like a movie you would see on Netflix. It doesn't seem particularly interested in making a defining voice or have a specific look to it. And it's perfectly fine just being serviceable at most things. And by the time the credits roll, you're probably not going to remember much of this film at all. But, you know, you didn't have a bad time watching it. But those are my thoughts on The Union. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.